Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today we have this Raptor R. This one is a pre-owned one, but since this one's a 2024, it looks exactly the same as the 2026 Raptor R. So if you're curious about buying a Raptor R, whether it be new or pre-owned, this one is just like it. So let's go and start off here in the front. So as you can tell, for 24, they did do a facelift on the front end. I think they did a good job in the way it looks. You got projector adaptive LED headlights. You have the LED daytime running lights that are signature to the Raptor, the orange. Red tow hooks in the front, got the black grille. We have the LED fog lights with the extra fog light that you could take off the cover of. Front and rear parking sensors, 360 camera, 37-inch tires, standard on the Raptor R, as you can see there. This one is in Oxford white. It's already got window tint on it and a tonneau cover. These Raptor running boards are really cool because they protect you from door dings. So you'll rarely see a Raptor with a door ding because they try to open the door on the truck. It will hit this before it hits the truck. You can see we have this really fancy suspension in the back. You can see Raptor R. So for those that have keen eyes, you can see the R obviously is orange. And then you can tell that the exhaust tips look a little bit different on the Raptor R. They're just designed a little bit different than the standard Raptor. But aside from those little cues, it does look very similar to a 37 package standard Raptor with the V6 engine. But this one, as you know, has the V8 engine. LED taillights as well. And you also have LED side markers. You guys can get a good look at that suspension again. Now this one has 30,000 miles and it looks really good. All right, now let's go ahead and check out the inside. So you can see we have keyless access, and this one also has a keypad, which is really cool because Ford, for whatever reason, you're seeing this less and less these days. But just walk up, open the door, and you can see the Raptor R does have a somewhat unique interior. So we have this really nice soft leather up here, or leather material. You got the suede material here. This is nice and soft touch. You have automatic up and down for just the driver and passenger. And then you have memory seats, this cool design right here. No sport pedals. I thought that'd be kind of cool to put on the Raptor R. There are the Recaro seats right there. And you can see it has V8 embossed in the side there, which is pretty cool. It says Ford Performance. That does not light up, but it does look nice. Let's go and hop inside and check it out here. All right, guys, just hopped in the driver's seat here. So this is your view out the driver's seat in the Raptor R. Tons of visibility. You can see out of this truck great, even with the window tint. Looks great. We have our sunroof as well, the panoramic. But the steering wheel is extremely thick, so it feels nice in the hands. You do have the R on the steering wheel. That's your little telltale sign. We have adaptive cruise control. You got your exhaust modes here. Now this is all standard stuff on normal Raptors, but the Raptor R, obviously, it just has the V8, so you know it sounds better, but this is all stuff that you get on normal Raptors. The suspension, the steering feel, the exhaust. So I'll show you guys the exhaust modes here. So you have normal, sport, Baja, and quiet. So I'll show you guys an outside clip of that a little bit later. We have the fully digital gauge cluster here, which is adjustable. So you can go through a bunch of different things here. You can see the Raptor R does not get the best MPG. The previous owner has been getting 12 something, so obviously it's not not a fuel miser, that's for sure. And we got heads-up display, which you can see right there. It's actually very clear, very large, and then you can turn it on and off, get it out of the way if you don't like that. You have other information and stuff you can go through in here, like off-road information, your different settings that you have it on. Look at that. You can change up the whole entire gauge cluster. And then we have our drive modes over here, so you just twist this knob. Normal, sport, tow haul, slippery. It changes the design of the gauges too, which is pretty cool. Off-road, Baja, and rock crawl. You want to save the ones that are on the right side of normal, the ones that are over on that side. You want to save that for actually off-road because it will put it in like 4 high and stuff like that and lock the differentials. But you can see we have this huge 12-inch screen here. See, it's actually loading up pretty fast. It does have wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. Down here, we still have normal buttons. So we have heated seats, Cooled seats, heated steering wheel, dual zone climate. You got your fan speed, all that stuff there. In here, we do have a wireless charging pad, USB. Lots of storage space in the middle here. The center console is huge. You can put tons of stuff in there. This also folds down, and then you can fold this backwards to be like the work surface. So you can eat here. We'll see, definitely needs to be detailed, but you can eat here, put your computer here, whatever. So that's pretty nice, the mobile office package. And you can see these seats just look really cool with the little R logo. So you'll see the little R Easter eggs everywhere around the vehicle. And then up top, you can see we have the nice black headliner, the panoramic sunroof, the auxiliary switches, LED lighting, garage door opener. So it has a lot of features on it, but let's go ahead and check out underneath the hood and see what's powering this Raptor R. All right, guys, checking under the hood, you can see we have the 5.2 liter Predator V8 engine. Supercharged, makes 720 horsepower since this one's a 2024. So they did raise the horsepower up to 720. And then the torque is 640 pound-feet of torque. It does have the 10-speed automatic transmission. One thing that's pretty cool about the 24 Raptor R is that it still has the Raptor graphic on there. Checking out the back seat real quick. Got the nice soft leather up here, leather here. Tons of room. If you have a family, kids, car seat, whatever, they can all fit in the F-150. I'm 6'6". This is where I sit, and look at all this room behind me. I could sit behind me and have even more room. So these crew cab trucks are huge. They're good family vehicles, all-in-one vehicles. And then you have heated seats in the back. You have USBs, you have plug-ins, all that down here. And you also have a fold-down center armrest with cup holders and a power sliding rear window. Let's go ahead and check out the bed. So it's actually power opening. It does have the tailgate step as well with the little handle that comes out. You got the work surface right here, spray in bed liner, and then this one has this nice retracts tonneau cover on it. Storage, LED lighting in the bed, a power outlet. Then you can just close it from the key fob, just like that. You can see the V8 sound is really nice. It's nice having the exhaust modes as well, so you can make it quiet when you want to. But yeah, that sound is pretty cool. It sounds like a Mustang coming out of a truck. All right, we just put our exhaust back in normal mode so we can see what it's like when you're just driving normally. And we're gonna take this baby for a spin. My favorite part of every video is the driving part. So let's go ahead and take this Raptor for a drive. By the way, the Raptors turn okay. Like, it is a truck. It's not gonna turn super sharp, but it doesn't, you don't have to do 3-point turns everywhere. And plus with the Raptor, you can just kind of roll over curbs. Right off the bat, pretty smooth. Nice linear power. Now, Raptors are really good with the suspension. The suspension feels really nice going over these bumps. It's very cushioned. And like I said, you do have the settings here too. So normal, sport, and off-road. I'm gonna try the sport suspension setting to see how that feels. And sorry if the sun's in the way. This is really early in the morning, so the sun's still kind of low in the sky. Maybe I'll get this out of the way for you guys like that. It has an interesting sound. It's like, I don't know, it's a very interesting sound coming from this exhaust. All right, so we're getting ready to turn onto this street here, and obviously we need some acceleration, so let's go ahead and go into sport mode. There we go, sport mode. And it should adjust the modes and the steering wheel, or the steering feel and all that stuff accordingly. All right, here we go. Okay, wow. That's some really good acceleration. Now, you know what's funny? I literally just drove a TRX. We had another TRX available on our lot. And this is just a different experience from a TRX. The TRX gives you a lot more drama, and it sounds a lot I think the TRX sounds better, but the interior just feels so much better laid out in my opinion. The suspension feels so much better. It just looks more classy. I mean, I guess the TRX looks more aggressive, which is cool, but I don't know, I think the Raptor R is a better vehicle, but the TRX definitely has it beaten the sound and transmission department, because the TRX has the ZF 8-speed, which shifts amazing, and this shifts good too, but and the TRX also has a really good low-end torque, which is kind of more what you want in a truck. This one feels like it has more like high-end. Like once it's past like 4,500, 5,000, this one starts ripping, right? Whereas the TRX just feels kind of powerful throughout the whole power band. But that's not saying anything bad. I'm just saying what I'm noticing. So like we're going like 35 here. Let's see how it just gets up and goes if you just need to accelerate here. Yeah, that's really impressive. You can hear a little bit of supercharger whine too, which is nice. I like that. If gas is not a problem for you, this is like the perfect truck, because it can do the off-road, it looks great, it sounds great, it has speed, it has all the technology like the heated cooled seats and the adaptive cruise control, all that stuff. Okay, yeah, in the sport mode, it definitely gives you a lot better throttle response. Yeah, if you hang out around that 4,000, 5,000 RPM, it gets up and moves. Just not a lot going on below that RPM. But it still sounds incredible, especially now that the exhaust is opened up. And it's funny, it does like a little pop when you slow down too. It's very fun driving these trucks, so it feels like you're just on top of the world. Like I'm just towering over that old school F-150 right there. I'm higher than this Super Duty that's next to me. Like you do feel like you're on top of the world in this truck. I mean, obviously 37s, right? It sits up very high. Visibility, like I said earlier, is fantastic in this truck. I'll put the exhaust in Baja. I do like the exhaust being loud, so I'll put that in Baja. And then the steering feel, let me try putting that in sport mode. So steering can be a little bit more aggressive. You know what? Let me put the suspension in sport too, so we can see how that feels. And you do have these magnesium-looking paddle shifters, but there is 10 gears, so it's not the most enjoyable experience. But let's see how it does. Actually, the paddles do work pretty good. So we're at like 3,500 RPM. It still accelerates pretty well. It just starts to rip like in the upper RPMs. But it still accelerates pretty good. So that's third gear. Let's see what second does. So now we're at like 5,000. Yeah, that's a big difference. Yeah, it definitely pulls in that upper RPMs. It's literally like a Mustang truck. Like if you guys have ever driven or ridden in a GT500, it has the same power band or a similar power band, but obviously it's just way faster because it weighs like 2,000 pounds less than this truck. I think these trucks are like around 6,000 pounds. Now correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they're around 6,000 pounds. All right, we got to watch out for the Nissan Altima drivers. This is pretty cool, I gotta admit. Well, if you guys are in the market for a Raptor R, and we still have this one available, it's here at Godden Ford in Las Vegas. Ask for Jacob. I would love to help one of you guys out and see if we can get you in this Raptor R, because this is pretty cool. Well, if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe, share your thoughts on the Raptor R in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one.